Hi friends, Dr. Lisa here, physical therapist and osteoporosis exercise specialist. And today's class is an osteoporosis friendly class for beginners. So if you're new to the diagnosis of osteopenia or osteoporosis, this class is for you. So welcome. This is the Brick House Bones method where we go over the best evidence-based exercises for preventing fractures and managing your low bone mass. We use strength, balance, posture exercises, and then impact and power that we know help prevent fractures. For today's class, we will be doing it standing. You can use a chair to assist you with balance or a countertop. Both work great. You do not need to have a weight. So if you do have a weight though, we'll use 1 or 2 pounds to start, especially if you're new here. Start with learning the motions before you do too much weight. So 1 or 2 pounds or 2 water bottles or 2 soup cans also work just fine. Excellent. Thanks for joining me. If you're new, please subscribe to my channel where I'm producing so many free videos and content to help support you in your bone health journey. I would love to have you part of the Brick House Bones family. And I also have a free private Facebook group where I share so much more information to help support you. Again, it's all for free. So when you subscribe, I am very grateful. Thank you. All right, so get your weight, your water bottle, your soup can. Again, if you don't have one, just fine. You don't need it. Make sure you have something to support your balance. And we're going to get started with a warm up. So let's inhale, the arms reach up. Exhale, the arms down. Turn the palms forward. Reach the fingertips for the floor. Roll the shoulders back and down away from your ears. Tuck your chin just slightly and imagine a giant helium balloon just levitating your head straight up to the sky. Imagining your head getting lighter and lighter and lighter and your neck getting longer in the back. Good. Let's inhale those hands up to the shoulders and then reach them back behind you, up to the shoulders and reach back. And notice when I'm reaching back, I'm not tipping over. So stay up tall. Hands touch the shoulders and reach back. Good. So we're warming up all the joints that we're going to be working with today. Roll those shoulders up and back and down. Normal to hear sounds or feel things when we do this. Good. Open up the palms up right in front of you. Let's reach those thumbs back, keeping the elbows in close, keeping the heart lifting up. Fold them across your chest. Reach. So this helps loosen up our rotator cuff, which often gets very tight at any age. But it's really important for us to be able to have an open part of our front body, our chest and our shoulders, so that we can have better posture, which we know protects our spines. Excellent. There is a reason for every move we have in this class. Okay, hands come together at the bottom, wide at the top, reaching with the thumbs back. Lift the heart. Come down. Good. Lift the heart. Good. If you can, look up while you reach up. One more. Reach up, look up. Excellent. All right. Hands to the hips. Let's work some hip circles. And be aware as you're circling your hips like a hula hoop, slow and comfortably. How does the pressure through your feet change? From one foot on the outside to the heel, to the other foot, to the toes? Notice that sensation. Notice that connection of your feet to the ground. It's okay if you're doing this exercise with shoes, slippers, or barefoot. That's okay. I changed direction if you didn't catch that. Changing direction with our hip circles. This is a great way to help loosen up the spine and the hips if they're feeling stiff. Next, I want you to hold on to your counter or your chair as we just bring one knee up to the chest, staying in that tall posture, and then the other knee up to the chest. Good. Great. Awesome. And then let's just do 1 or 2 circles with that hip. Forward, out, and back. Good. The other hip. Forward, out, and back. Good. Next, alternate lifting one toe and then the other toe. We're warming up the front of the ankle muscles, and this is a part of our normal balance response system. Our first system response happens in our ankles. So we need those muscles to be awake. We need those ankles to be flexible. And we need to be able to turn on that response very quickly should we need it. Okay, now both feet flat. We're just going to rise up on our toes a few times. So you can use a little balance support if you need. Rising up on your toes. Again, activating those muscles in the ankles to help prepare them to respond should you need to. Okay, last thing here, I want to teach you the hip hinge. And the hip hinge is how we teach people to bend over safely to protect their spines. And the difference between that is bending over incorrectly where we have the curve in the spine. So if you have a curve, I will cue you to imagine a light or your heart light in the center of your chest and to aim that heart light forward. So we want to lift through the center of the chest and we want to bend through the hip joint. So here I'm bending, but my spine is straight. And this is called a hip hinge motion. So we karate chop right here at the hip joint, send the tailbone backwards, and just slide the hands to the knees, making sure our heart light is straight up or straight ahead of us. So if you feel like your heart light is pointing to the floor, do your best to lift that middle of your chest up towards the wall in front of you. So the hip hinge is going to look like this. When we do it, we cut ourselves in half below the waist. This is at the hip joint. Tailbone reaches back, hands slide to the knees, and then we come back up. You don't have to go far as we begin to learn this. But this is a very important move to get correctly. Check yourself in the mirror if you need to see if your alignment looks like my alignment. Does it look like this? Or do you look like this? Make sure that we have that nice straight line at the spine. All right, good job on your warm-up. We're going to go ahead and start with the workout. All right, so first thing, get your water bottles, your soup cans, or your 1 or 2 pound weights if you have them. We're going to start with them up here on top of our shoulders with our elbows right underneath our wrist here. And we're going to brace through the feet. We got wide here. We're pulling the belly button in gently to the spine to brace our core, lifting the heart so we're nice and tall. And we're going to alternate, pressing overhead and bring it back down. One at a time. We're on number 2. All right. 3. Good job, everybody. 4. We're going for 10. 5. Stay up tall. 6. You can do it. 7. Don't forget to breathe. 8. 9. And last 2 here. 10. 10. Good job. Very, very good work. We need that overhead strength for things we do every day. When you're putting dishes away in a tall cupboard, reaching in and out of the refrigerator, folding towels and sheets, we need that strength available to us with our arms over our head. So that's why that's important. All right, next up, we're going to work on the hips. We're going to alternate between an upper body exercise and a lower body exercise. So shift your weight to your right foot. Hang on for balance if you need to. Brace through your belly. Keep your toe pointed straight ahead, not out, and let's raise the leg out to the side and back. And the key here is no tipping over. You have to remain up nice and tall. So bracing here, toes stay straight ahead. I'm not concerned with how far it goes. Just lift it out so that you feel it here. You're also going to feel it on the leg you're standing on. Here we go. We're going for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Nice work. 10. Definitely feeling it in the hips, even with no weight. So if we have our form really accurate, we get that. And these hip muscles attach to our femur or our femoral neck, which is an area where we often see low bone density. So we're directly targeting the hips with these exercises. Okay, same thing on the other side. Hang on if you need to, up tall, bracing through the belly. 1, 2, if you can do it with no hands, 3, go for it. It's a great balance exercise. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great for balance and great for targeting the hip muscles. We like both of these for that reason. All right, coming over to the back of your counter or chair, we are going to do a standing bird dog. So just resting your hands on the counter or the chair, walk your feet back just a little bit, but keep your heart light up. And we're going to raise one arm and then the opposite leg reaching back. So extension, so as much reach from the fingertips to the other heel as possible, and then return. Tension here in the belly, kind of helping to protect the spine. Reach and return. Are you ready? We're doing 5 on each side for a total of 10. Remember to keep tension through the belly button. Be up nice and tall and tuck your chin. Very good. There we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent. So that directly targets the back body, the muscles along the spine and the hips and the lower back. And we know that strengthening the spinal muscles in the back body helps prevent fractures and it improves your posture. So that's specifically why we're doing that. All right, next up, we're doing a balance and a hip swing. So you can use your counter. You can have 1 or 2 hands on your counter, absolutely. You probably want to turn sideways so that your counter is beside you. We'll start with shifting our weight to the right leg. Now, if you can do this without hanging on, even better. But if you need a little support, that's okay. So we're going to do 10 swings with the left foot, and then we'll shift our weight to the other side and do 10 swings on the other side. Are you ready? So shift over, hang on if you need to, stay up tall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent. We're going to shift our weight over to the other side. That helps us have better balance when we shift the weight over first. Set up nice and tall, belly button squeezing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome. You guys are doing great. Way to go. We're going to grab the weights again. We're going to have our feet hip width apart. We're going to roll our shoulders up and back. We're going to open our hearts here. So we're opening up our hearts so the palms are forward. Knees can be soft. They don't have to be straight or locked. Belly button is bracing gently. Keep your chin tucked. And let's curl the weights up and then down slowly. And we're going to take our time. We're not moving fast with this. We're going for 10 repetitions. If you're not using weight, still do it. It's still a good move to get. Here we go. Good. Taking our time. 1. Working some upper body strength, working on grip strength. Very good. 4. Sometimes I lose count, please forgive me. 5, 6, 7, nice work. 8, 9, I started going really fast. Last one, nice and slow. 10, very good. Anytime we have weight in our hands, that weight is pulling on our arms, both arms pulling down, and it pulls on our skeleton. And so even just the act of carrying weight or having weight in our hands is stimulating our hip bones and our spine bones to be stronger. So carrying weight is actually one strategy we do for osteoporosis. Okay, now remember the hip hinge we talked about before. And you can do this with your light weights or no weights. Both of them are fine, but we're going to practice this move. Hands are going to stay glued to your legs. Keep your heart light up, so lift that heart light. Send your tailbone back until your hands are just above your knees. Press through your feet. Stand up tall. So notice my weights never got away from my body, and I want you to do the same thing. We're going to do 10 of these. Heart light up, tailbone back, hands just above the knees, press through the feet. 1. So we're pushing the floor away. 2, 3, belly button is bracing gently. 4, 5. If you feel like you're sitting, then you're doing a squat. 6. The difference is tailbone goes back. 7. Whereas a squat, the tailbone goes down closer to the floor. 8. 9. You don't have to bend your knees if you don't want to for this. Last one. And 10. Excellent. And sometimes we can just feel that working in the low back and the hips. And those are the muscles that are doing that. And again, we do that because we know targeting our spinal muscles and strengthening them helps prevent fractures. Okay, we're going to just tilt forward just like we did just a little bit. Tuck those elbows way up high and reach your weights back. Okay, so get in position, hips back, elbows up high. Keep them there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to put our weights down after this. 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent. You can set your weights down. I have 2 more exercises for you. So the first one is going to involve single leg balance. And so that is practicing, and again, you can use your counter chair, balancing on one leg for at least 10 seconds. Now, if you need to use your counter with 2 fingers or 2 hands, then maybe you can lift one hand away, and then maybe you can go to 1 finger, or alternating 1 finger and then the other finger, and trying to do as little support as necessary for 10 seconds. So however you need to do it to make it work for you is just fine, but I want you to be at least a little bit challenged by this. So make it somewhat challenging by removing 1 hand or taking it down to 1 finger, or if you can do it for a few seconds with no hands, do that. So part 1, shift your weight onto that foot, pick up the other foot, set your support, and then gradually try to eliminate your support. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So the ability to hold your balance on one leg for at least 10 seconds is one of the markers that we use to see if someone is at risk for falling. So this is really a target. If you're not able to do that with no hands supporting you, it's a great goal to work towards, to know that you're going to decrease your risk of falling if you can do that for 10 seconds. Let's do the other leg. Shift your hips over to the left leg, grab your support, pick up your other leg, be up tall, here we go. Release support as much as is safe for you. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. All right. The last exercise we're doing are called heel drops. And heel drops are designed to get a little bit of impact through your bones. And we know that impact tells them, wow, we need to grow stronger. It tells them they need to be more robust. But impact can be something that we really need to start slowly and build on so that our joints are prepared to do it. So you can do this with shoes that are absorbing some of that impact, and you can start really small. So a heel drop is going to be raising up on the balls of your feet and then just falling down onto your heels. So it looks like this. And you may feel just a little bit of a kind of a jolt through your body in a good way. That impact just sort of traveling up through your body. Now you can do them really hard, like I'm doing, because I've been doing them for a while, or you can start with just raising up just a little bit and drop down. So as a beginner, that's what I would ask you to do, is just do little baby heel drops here, raising up maybe an inch at the most, dropping down. So just more than a gentle landing. You want just a little bit of impact there, and let's do 15 of those. And that's a good start for you. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Excellent. Good job. Way to get started on your osteoporosis exercise program. Welcome to Brick House Bones. I have so many more videos and we'll be gradually progressing up the intensity for this particular series. So look for more of these and look on the YouTube channel for all kinds of videos, including yoga and stretching and how to safely lift that might benefit you. Thank you for joining me. We are stronger together.